I'm very concerned about what I'm hearing from Kashmir. I have spoken to the Indian government, who tell me that hospitals are open, food and medicine are available, there's freedom of movement across the region, and flights have restarted. They have assured me that the communications blackout is over and only a few hundred people are still detained. But I have also met with my constituents, residents of Central Virginia, who have families and loved ones in Kashmir, and they have told me very different stories. They've told me of families and children who can't leave their houses, kids who can't go to school, an arthritic mother-in-law who has to go through 5 to 6 checkpoints to get to the doctor, a sister-in-law who faced life-threatening emergency and extensive blood loss and childbirth, a new wife who didn't know if she would be able to join her husband here in the United States, a fire in one home that consumed 10 because emergency services couldn't respond, a diabetic family member who can't get his insulin, and a father who died in Kashmir, and a son who was here in the States who did not immediately learn of his father's death and took days to return home after the funeral had passed. These are the stories I'm hearing from my constituents, and it's why I am deeply concerned by what you've told us here so far today, particularly about the fact that there are no U.S. diplomatic personnel in Kashmir. And so my questions for you is, how are we getting sources of information? I am a former intelligence officer. I was trained to seek objective, verifiable information that we can examine a problem and address it. But we have 2 conflicting accounts of what's occurring in Kashmir, and I want to find out the truth. There's limited reporting in the press, and my question to you is, how can we get to the bottom of this? And how is the State Department accepting that at this time, India, a close strategic partner for the United States on everything from trade to military cooperation, is telling us that we cannot allow U.S. diplomats to enter Kashmir?